Good morning. I'm Chief Jones from Bedford County Fire and Rescue, and reading is so very important to me that each and every day I try to spend some time reading any number of books. It really doesn't matter. I just enjoy reading so much. This is really one of my favorites. This is Richard Scarry, and it's about a day at the fire station. And this is a book that I have read for years to my children, and hopefully someday I'll read it to my grandchildren. So I'm really thrilled that I get the chance to read it to you guys. So Richard Scarry's A Day at the Fire Station. Drippy and Sticky, the house painters, pull up in front of the busy town fire station. "We're here to paint the firehouse," says Drippy. "Wonderful," replies Chief Smoky. "But please do not park your truck in front of the firehouse doors," Smoky says. "We're firefighters, and any time we may have to drive out." There's a lot going on at that fire station there. After parking their paint truck out of the way, Drippy and Sticky enter the firehouse. "Wow, what a nifty place," says Drippy. The firefighters are busy cleaning their fire engines. "We firefighters like to keep our engines nice and clean, so please be careful and not get any paint on them," says Chief Smoky. "Aye, aye, sir," replies Sticky. Drippy covers a fire engine with a big cloth so that it won't get dripped on. Sticky opens the cans of paint. Drippy begins to paint the firehouse ceiling pink. Sticky starts to paint the firehouse poles in candy stripes. Oops! Drippy's cloth seems to have slipped off the fire engine. "My red fire engine!" shouts Smoky. "It's pink!" "Don't worry," says Drippy. "We'll have your fire engine cleaned up in no time." But instead of rubbing off wet paint smears all along the fire truck. What a mess. "Ring, ring, ring, ring," sounds a loud bell. It's the fire station alarm. The firefighters sleeping in the dormitory upstairs leap from their beds and slide down the pole to the engines below. "Oh no!" shout Drippy and Sticky. "Oh no!" shout the firefighters, covered in candy-striped paint. But stained uniforms or no, the brave firefighters jump into their boots, grab their coats and helmets, and charge out of the fire station, aboard their red and pink fire engines. "Clang, clang, clang, clang!" "Well," says Drippy, "now that the firefighters are gone, perhaps we can get our painting done." The firefighters have been called out to a traffic accident. Cecilia's cement mixer bumped into Horace's honey truck and knocked over Farmer Hal's hay wagon. What a gooey mess. Thank goodness for the firefighters. They will have everything cleaned up in no time. Meanwhile, Drippy and Sticky have painted the firehouse floor. The paint is still wet. Doesn't it look lovely? Oh, house painters, the firefighters are returning. That is not going to be good when those firefighters come back. "Wait!" cries Drippy. "Stop!" shouts Sticky. "Wet paint!" They both warn. But it's too late. The fire engines skid across the freshly painted floor. Zlip! Crash! Splat! Bang! Crash! Poor firefighters. Poor Drippy and Sticky. Poor firehouse. What a mess. It really looks like a big mess in that busy town fire station. I'm glad that's not a Bedford County fire station. Straw and cement and honey are everywhere. Smoky picks up a hose and sprays out the fire station. Swish, 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 swoosh, swoosh, swoosh. Everything looks like it's starting to get cleaned up there pretty well. Suddenly there's another alarm. It's a fire. The firefighters throw all their equipment into the fire engines and are off to the rescue. "Look, it's a fire at Vesuvio's Pepperoni Pizza Parlor." The firefighters quickly hook up the pumper engine to the fire hydrant and bravely rush inside. Hope they saved this pizza place. I love pizza. The fire is in the oven. It's a burnt pizza. "Hurry, firefighters!" With a spray of water from the hose, the fire is put out. To thank the firefighters, Vesuvio invites them all to a big pizza lunch. Isn't that nice? Meanwhile, Drippy and Sticky have finished repainting the firehouse. The firefighters bring Drippy and Sticky a takeaway pizza and wash their fire engines outside the fire station while the fresh paint dries. Aren't they thoughtful to do that? Just then, Tammy Tapper drives up in her strawberry jam truck. Can anyone please tell me how to get to the thruway from here? Tammy asks the firefighters. Isn't that Roger Rhino's wrecking crane coming? Hey, slow down there, Roger. This doesn't look like this is going to end very well. Oh dear! Crunch, squish, splosh, splat. Nice work, Roger. That's quite the mess. Gee, I'm awfully sorry about this, says Roger, apologizing. Oh, don't worry, says Chief Smokey with a sigh. We'll have this cleaned up in no time. It's all in a firefighter's day at a fire station. So now we've talked about Richard Scarry's day at the fire station. I hope you've enjoyed this book, and I hope that you're using your time off very well. I can promise you, by reading all types of different books, they can take you all over the world and share so many different experiences. Thank you.